Think about yourself this way, not as someone who needs the world, but as someone the world adjusts to. Because the truth is, the world does not respect neediness. It responds to power, and power starts from how you see yourself. Intro 030. There was a time when men didn't chase attention. They didn't beg for validation. They didn't explain themselves to everyone. They simply existed with a certain presence, and that presence alone was enough to make people listen. But today, most people are lost. They shape themselves based on opinions. They measure their worth through others' reactions. And slowly, they lose themselves. Section 1. Yourself is your real power. Everything begins with how you see yourself. If you think you are replaceable, people will replace you. If you think you are not enough, the world will treat you the same. But the moment you start believing that your time, your energy, your presence matters, everything begins to shift, because people don't decide your value. They respond to the value you already believe in. Section 2. Machiavelli Mindset. Niccolò Machiavelli understood something most people still don't. He said power is not just about control. It is about perception. If people see you as weak, you are weak. If people see you as strong, you become powerful. But here's the deeper truth. Backhand index pointing right, it all starts with how you see yourself, because the world mirrors your internal state. Section 3. Stop seeking approval. One of the biggest mistakes people make is constantly seeking approval. They ask, is this okay? Do you like me? Am I doing it right? And every time they do that, they give away their power, because approval is a trap. The more you seek it, the more you lose yourself. Powerful people don't ask for permission. They decide and move. Section 4. Yourself over everything. Start prioritizing yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in a powerful way. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Because if you don't, the world will drain you. And once you're drained, you become easy to ignore. Section 5. Control your emotions. Your emotions can either build you or destroy you. Most people react instantly. They get angry, they get hurt, they get jealous, and in that reaction, they lose control. But a man who controls his emotions controls his reality. He doesn't react. He observes. He doesn't explode. He calculates. And that calmness creates fear and respect. Section 6. Become rare. If you are always available, you are not valuable. Read that again. Backhand index pointing right, availability reduces value. Start becoming selective. Don't reply instantly. Don't say yes to everything. Don't show up everywhere, because rare things are always respected. Section 7. Silence is power. Silence is one of the most underrated forms of power. Weak people talk too much. They explain everything. Strong people, they speak less, but every word carries weight. Silence creates mystery. Mystery creates attention. And attention creates influence. Section 8. Build your own path. Most people follow the crowd. They think like others, act like others, live like others, and then they wonder why they are invisible, because average is invisible. If you want the world to rearrange itself for you, you must become different, not loud, not fake, but real. Section 9. Fear nothing. Fear is the root of weakness. Fear of rejection. Fear of judgment. Fear of losing people. And because of that fear, people shrink themselves. But the moment you stop being afraid, everything changes. Your posture, your voice, your energy, and people feel that. Section 10. Yourself first always. Put yourself first. Not your ego, but your growth. Not your pride, but your purpose. Because at the end of the day, you are all you have. And when you master yourself, you don't need the world anymore. Backhand index pointing right, the world starts needing you. Think about yourself this way. The world does not move for the weak. It moves for the one who knows his worth. The moment you stop seeing yourself as ordinary, people stop treating you like one. Because reality is strange. The way you think about yourself becomes the way the world responds to you. Intro 025. Most people are living a borrowed life. Borrowed thoughts, borrowed opinions, borrowed goals. They wake up every morning, not asking what they truly want, but asking what others expect from them. And slowly, they become strangers to themselves. This is where power dies, because the man who forgets himself loses his presence in the world. Section 1. The world follows energy. People notice energy before words. Before you even speak, your body, your face, your posture already tells the world who you are. If your energy says doubt, the world will doubt you. If your energy says fear, people will sense weakness. But when your energy says certainty, the room changes. People look at you differently. They listen more carefully. They take your presence seriously. That is not magic. That is psychology. The world mirrors the energy you carry. Section 2. Stop living for reactions. One of the biggest traps is living for reactions. You post something and check who liked it. You say something and wait for approval. You make a decision and worry what others will think. This is how people lose power, because your life starts becoming a performance. And performers are never free. The moment you stop living for reactions, you begin to live for purpose. And purpose is what creates presence. Section 3. Power of self-respect. Respect from the world begins with self-respect. Ask yourself honestly, do you respect your own time? Do you respect your own boundaries? Do you respect your own standards? Because if you don't, no one else will. People follow the standards you set for yourself. If you allow disrespect, people will keep disrespecting you. If you allow your peace to be disturbed, the world will keep testing you. Set boundaries early. Silence what drains you. Protect what builds you. Section 4. Become less available. This is where many people fail. They are too available. Always online. Always replying instantly. Always saying yes. And then they wonder why no one values them. The truth is harsh. Constant availability destroys mystery, and mystery creates value. Disappear sometimes. Let people feel your absence, because presence becomes powerful only when absence is felt. Section 5. Control your inner dialogue. The most dangerous voice is not outside. It is inside your own mind. The voice that says, "You are not enough. You will fail. What if people laugh?" That voice quietly shapes your life, because what you repeatedly tell yourself becomes your identity. Change that inner voice. Replace doubt with certainty. Replace fear with discipline. Replace insecurity with action. Because the first person who must believe in you is you. Section 6. Machiavelli and perception. Niccolò Machiavelli understood something timeless. Power often lives in perception. People respond not only to what is true, but to what appears true. If you appear uncertain, people question you. If you appear composed, people trust you. This is why calmness is power. Even in chaos, stay still. The still man controls the room. Section 7. Stop explaining everything. Weak energy always explains too much. Let me explain. That's not what I meant. I was just trying. Stop this. Every explanation given to people who already misunderstand you reduces your value. Not everyone deserves access to your mind. Sometimes silence is the most powerful response. Let your results speak. Let your actions explain. Section 8. Build an unignorable presence. An unignorable presence is not built by noise. It is built by discipline. Wake up on time. Keep promises to yourself. Finish what you start. Work in silence. Improve daily. When you're lift. Think about yourself this way. The world does not move for the weak. It moves for the one who knows his worth. The moment you stop seeing yourself as ordinary, people stop treating you like one. Because reality is strange. The way you think about yourself becomes the way the world responds to you. Intro 025. Most people are living a borrowed life. Borrowed thoughts, borrowed opinions, borrowed goals. They wake up every morning, not asking what they truly want, but asking what others expect from them. And slowly, they become strangers to themselves. This is where power dies, because the man who forgets himself loses his presence in the world. Section 1. The world follows energy. People notice energy before words. Before you even speak, your body, your face, your posture already tells the world who you are. If your energy says doubt, the world will doubt you. If your energy says fear, people will sense weakness. But when your energy says certainty, the room changes. People look at you differently. They listen more carefully. They take your presence seriously. That is not magic. That is psychology. The world mirrors the energy you carry. Section 2. Stop living for reactions. One of the biggest traps is living for reactions. You post something and check who liked it. You say something and wait for approval. You make a decision and worry what others will think. This is how people lose power, because your life starts becoming a performance, and performers are never free. The moment you stop living for reactions, you begin to live for purpose, and purpose is what creates presence. Section 3. Power of self-respect. Respect from the world begins with self-respect. Ask yourself honestly, do you respect your own time? Do you respect your own boundaries? Do you respect your own standards? Because if you don't, no one else will. People follow the standards you set for yourself. If you allow disrespect, people will keep disrespecting you. If you allow your peace to be, work in silence, improve daily. When your life becomes proof, people cannot ignore you, because results create respect. Words do not. Section 9. Focus on self-mastery. Mastery is attractive, not just to people, to life itself. The more control you have over your habits, the more control you have over your future. Master your mind. Master your emotions. Master your routine. Because once you control yourself, the outside world becomes easier to control. Section 10. Fear of losing people. Many people stay weak because they fear losing others. They tolerate disrespect. They tolerate betrayal. They tolerate manipulation. Why? Because they fear being alone. But understand this deeply. The fear of losing others often makes you lose yourself. And once you lose yourself, you lose everything. Choose self-respect over temporary attachment. Always. Section 11. Create a new identity. Stop identifying with your past. Stop saying, "I've always been like this." That sentence is a prison. You are allowed to become someone new, more disciplined, more focused, more powerful. The world reacts to the identity you choose. Choose wisely. Ending, powerful close. So think about yourself this way, not as someone waiting for the world to notice him, but as someone building himself so powerfully that the world has no choice. The moment you stop chasing validation, everything begins to shift. Respect comes, attention comes, influence comes. Because when you truly master yourself, the world rearranges itself around your presence.